Hello, we're going to start uh, working on this project in Excel, Module 2, Project 1B, and this is the Edgerton Norris. We're going to format the worksheets. Make sure that when you download your file, your documentation would show your first name, last name, and then we have 20 steps to complete, and make sure when you're done your worksheet should be similar to figure 1 current invoice worksheet. We'll go ahead and start these project steps. The first one, where Caleb Ramos, as the manager in the accounts receivable department, wants you to click the invoice worksheet, change the name of the worksheet tab to current invoice to use a more descriptive name. So I'm there on invoice tab. I'll just double click and add the word current, space, and enter. Okay, so step 2, we're going to middle align the contents of cell A1 to improve the appearance of the worksheet title. So click A1 and then go to Home tab if you're not there, and go to the alignment group and look for the middle align, which is the second from that ribbon, from that alignment group. Click it, then you can see that it moved. I'm just gonna highlight this one because I'm done. Okay. Then also this is done, complete. Going to scroll down to step 3. Step 3, we're going to format the billing section to show that the information belongs together as follows. I'm going to add the outside borders to the range A2 to A4 and change the border color to green, accent 4, 8th column and first row of the theme colors palette. So to make sure I am going to highlight the right row, go to the name box and type, we want to make changes on A2 to F4, enter. Okay, and then the outside border is under the font group, and scroll down to the outside border, or you can also go to the more borders. So under border, you're going to select the top line, the left, the right, and the bottom borders. Go to the color and start counting. It's the 8th column and first row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. When you hover, make sure it says green, accent 4. But then you're going to select all that sides, make sure it's green. You could have done the color first and then do the borders. Once you see that it was applied, click OK. So I'm done with step 3. Now I'm going to apply the short date number format to cell F3 to use a more common date format. So go to F3. You can see in the name box it's F3. So under the number group, click the down arrow from the date and select the short date from the menu. So step 5, we're going to the invoice tracker tab or worksheet. And then the first step, 5A, in cell A1, change the font to Franklin Gothic Medium. So go to A1 and under font group, look for the Franklin Gothic. So I'm just gonna type F to go straight to Franklin Gothic Medium. Select it, and then I'm going to also change the font to 18. It's still under font group, and then I'm going to change the font color to white background 1. So font color would be this, and then white background 1 is the first column, first row. Bold the worksheet title. So under font group, just select B, and then merge the worksheet title across the range A1 to I1. I'm just going to highlight A1 to E1, and there under alignment, I'm going to select or look for merge the worksheet. Merge the worksheet is here, but I'm just going to merge cells. So you have to select the down arrow and then merge cells. Okay, so basically I'm done with step 5, A, B, C, D, and E. Now I'm going to resize the width of column A through B using the AutoFit to display all the text in the column. So I'm just going to highlight column A and B. Now I need to look for the AutoFit, and I believe that's probably in the cell. Look for AutoFit column width from the menu. All right, I'm going to scroll up. So step 7, Caleb asks you to find any duplicate entries and then delete them. Respond to his request as follows. So in the range A5 to A16, use conditional formatting highlight cells rules to highlight duplicate values in light red fill with dark red text. So I'm just gonna type here under in the name box to make sure I am selecting the right row A5 to A16, and then under styles, look for conditional formatting, and then I want the cell rules to highlight duplicate values. So highlight cell rules, go down to duplicate values and click OK. Then now once that's highlighted, we're going to delete the row containing the first duplicate value, which is row 9. Highlight row 9, right click and delete. So that's done. We're done with 7. So with step 8, Caleb wants to keep a running count of the invoices sent to clients. Caleb wants to keep a running count of the invoices to clients. So in cell B3, we're going to enter a formula that uses the count A function. So go to what is it? B3. No, B3. Is this B3? No, this one is B3. Alright, so make sure in your name box it says B3. You could have typed B3 in there. Now, so I'm going to use the count A function. So this is the function. I'm going to insert a function and then look for count A. If you can't find it, you can just always type it here. Count. So for example, I cannot see it. So count A. COUNTA. Go and then there it's highlighted, so click OK, and then you're going to count A5 to A15. A5 to A15. Click OK. So there's 11 invoices. Done with 8. Step 9. Caleb wants to display all the text in cell E4 but format so that it requires less horizontal space. Make this formatting change as follows. So I want to go to E4 first. E4. Alright. E4. And then it requires less horizontal space. So change the column width of E to 9. Okay, so first I have to highlight or select column E, and then I need to change the column width. You can do that in the format cells, or you can also right click. So let's go to format and then column width 9, enter. Like I said, you can always right click here, column width and 9. Okay. So, and then columns, and then go to E4. I'm going to wrap the text, which is in the alignment group. You see this AB, that's the wrap text ribbon. Alright, so now wrap the contents of cell E4 to display the text in 2 lines. So I'm done with step 9. Step 10, apply shading to the ranges A3, A2 to C3, and A17 to B19. So there's 2 rows, so we're going to use the not 2 rows, but a range of rows and cells. Using green accent 3, lighter 80%. Alright, so I'm going to highlight first A2 to C3, A2, A2 to C3. No, I go back here, I need to put it here. A2 to C3, and then I'm going to select control or press control key on my keyboard, and I also need A17 to B19. A17 to B19. Right, release, and then shadings. I'm going to do the shadings. I believe it's just this one here. No, actually in this cell format, format cells, shading. I believe it's this one here. 7 columns, second row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is it this one here? Maybe not. It's not showing. So let me go. Probably this one here. Theme colors. Alright, so sorry about that. But the theme color is 7 columns, second row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Green. Accent 3, lighter 80%. So it's in the font group under that fill color. So that's the step 10. So in cell A3, so A3, decrease the number of decimal places to 2. So this is the decreased decimal, this is the increased decimal under the number groups. So I need to just select one, press one time. Okay. That's step 11. So on step 12, apply the 40% accent-free cell styles to the range A4 to I4 to indicate those cells contain column headings. So going back to the name box, A4 to I4. You can also select, if you can't, you can also just select A4 to I4 if that's easier for you. And then I'm going to select, we're looking for cell styles. So cell styles is here, and I'm looking for 40% accent 3. So 40% accent 3 here, 40% accent 3. Alright, so that's done. 12 is done. 13, we're going to apply the accounting number format to the cell D5 to D15. D5 to D15. So this one is D5 to D15. Okay. Or you can always say D5 to D15. It's also the same. So now I need the accounting number. So I'm going to spread or open up this number group, and then I'm looking for accounting under the category. Click OK. So it added the $sign. Caleb wants to know at a glance which invoices are for the most amount. In the range D5 to D15, which is already highlighted, I'm going to use conditional formatting to create the data bars rule with the gradient fill green data bar color option. So in the conditional formatting is under the styles, open the menu, then I'm going to select data bars, and I need the data bars with gradient fill color. Okay, so which is this one here, green data bar. So that's done. So on step 15, Caleb also wants to highlight the invoices that have not been paid. I'm going to select F5 to F15. So this one is F5 to F5 to F15. Highlight, and then going to use conditional formatting again. I'm going to select highlight cell rules, but now I'm going to select cell value equal to, and then I'm going to type N, capital N, N with light red fill with dark red text. Click OK. It's 15. In 16, we're going to okay, step 16, 17, 18 will use average, max, and mean. So, just gonna highlight so I can tell which ones. So for D15, going to select B17 first, and then go to the formula, insert a formula, look for average, select OK. Now from here, the number 1, I'm going to highlight D5 to D15, which is the invoice amount. Click OK. So that's the average amount, 3,356.38. Then go to B18, which is step 17. Go back to insert function again. This time we're looking for a maximum amount. So select max. You can always type here if you can't see it, or scroll down to look for it. Click max and then highlight the D5 to D15 again. Click OK. Then now the last one, step 18, cell B19. I'm going to enter a formula using min. Select the insert function. Look for the minimum. Click OK. And then highlight again D5 to D15. Click OK. So that's step 16, 17, 18. And then on step 19, check the spelling in the workbook. So for that, we always go to Review tab, check spelling, just select OK to continue. There's only one word, which is here on B15. Click Change, spell check complete. Okay. And then we're going to change the color. Just gonna highlight that as well. Change the color tab of the invoice tracker. So I'm there, invoice tracker, to the green accent 3, 7 column, first row of the theme color palettes. So I'm just gonna go to, if you're not there, click invoice tracker. I'm going to select right click, tab color. Then I need the 7 column first row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There. So you know that you've done it correctly if you click the documentation and you see that they have the same color. Alright, so that's it for this module 2, project 1B, under Edgarton Norris. So just click save. Okay, click save, and then upload this project to your to Cengage Mind tab, and we're done. You can double check as well here. You don't have to select F to show the number, but you can if you like to, so that it's the same. 1970. Okay, so click save again.